Welcome to the Wealthworthy Podcast. I'm Trisha.
Hi, I'm Darian.
Thanks for joining us. This week, we'll be talking about finding your purpose. Now, situations have a really weird way of forcing you to reevaluate your life, and this is no different. But the one thing that I want us to recognize is that we should not panic in these types of scenarios. We really need to use our fears to help fuel our dreams. And so the more mindful you can be around the actions that you are putting forward, the better. So, we're going to just talk through 5 things that you can be focused on in order to find and live in your purpose. The first thing is identify your passion, value, and goals.
I think you have to start by just asking yourself what makes you tick, what drives you, and what will you do for free and still get up each day doing that without any type of reward or benefit.
Definitely anything that you can do to be focused on getting better, growing yourself, figuring out what the next step looks like really can help you get closer to finding your purpose. The second thing is to define your version of success.
I think for me, when you think about that, it's just creating your own blueprint to your life, knowing what accomplishments and what things you need to do to make you feel successful in your day-to-day life, whether it's reading a new book or working on a new skill, whatever it is that contributes towards your well-being or making you happy.
Right. I definitely agree and think that when it comes to success, you really have to define what that means for you. And that closely aligns with whatever you've defined as your values and your goals, because everyone is going to have a different version of what that means. It's not just about monetary gain, it's not just about how other people are viewing what you have going on, but it matters how you feel about yourself, how you feel about what your actions are, and how you're contributing. And that's a lot of what purpose really has to do with. It tells you what you are motivated by, what you are trying to accomplish. And the more you understand yourself, the better you'll be able to tackle some of those things. Number 3 is something that I think a lot of us are guilty of. And this is definitely a moment where we are having to do this. So, number 3 is break your routine in order to discover something new. And so, when it comes to a routine, I'm going to say all, okay? We all get in the habit of doing things a certain way. Obviously, different routines change for people across different things that we're doing, but there's usually some level of routine included in our lives and lifestyles. And we have to figure out how to break that in order to discover the things we really enjoy doing, the things we're not putting enough time towards. It really helps you to get and channel your creativity. And so just this interruption in our lives now is a way for us to begin thinking a little bit differently about how we operate. How are you working? How are you interacting with people? What are you doing to remain happy? Right? All of those things combined are all activities that you could be stuck in a routine of doing or not doing. And I think that interruption to that process can really help you figure out what your purpose looks like. Number 4 is take action. So aside from figuring out what you are good at, what you've been doing, the things that are working, things that aren't working, you really do have to take action once you zone in on the things that you enjoy doing or the things that you would like to pursue, right? Like just making those small steps are a huge factor in your development and you being able to find what you need to do next. You really have to channel all of that energy and take action. And the action could be as small as giving a call to someone familiar who could probably help you think through the process, right? It could be just you vocalizing the things that you're interested in doing, because when you say it out loud, you feel a new level of accountability. So anything you can do to really begin getting the ball rolling is going to be important for you to find your purpose. The last thing that we would like to highlight is just what would you do for free? So what are your hobbies? What do you find yourself doing in your free time? Just think through all of those things that you might think are menial or trivial. You can't figure out what or how it would make you the kinds of money that you would want, or you can't figure out how you could make a solid living doing those things. Just think through, is it worth pursuing? Because a lot of times, you think about like, oh, I might enjoy teaching, but you can think about teaching in a number of different capacities, right? You might enjoy speaking to others or creating something, anything. You just have to think through, how would you be able to channel that and provide that offering to someone else. The thing with, I always think that people tell you that you should want to do something for free, or you should pursue that thing that you enjoy so much. But the reality is that because you enjoy it so much, you will likely put more time into developing that craft. And that's the big point of it all. Not so much that it's so much fun that you'll do it forever, but the fact is that if you're enjoying it enough, and if you see what that result is coming up with, if you can tell what kind of results you'll come out with, then it makes it that much more rewarding to put the time into it. And if you are able to develop your craft in that way, then it can become something that is a huge strength for you. So focusing on that strength allows you to live in your purpose and find your purpose, and the money hopefully will come along with that. All right, so those are the 5 things that we think that you should be focusing on during this time as you are looking to find your purpose, figure out what to do with the quote-unquote extra time, and just develop yourself as best you can instead of us being worried. Of course, there's a lot to worry about, but you really do have to figure out how to channel that and how to focus your energy on the things that will help in the long run. So with that said, we are leaving you to continue your purpose searching. All right, talk to you next week on Wealth Worthy.
Bye.
Bye.